Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and full review of this SnapFresh leaf blower with 20 volts cordless leaf blower with battery and charger. Yeah, according to the listing it says electric leaf blower for yard cleaning, lightweight leaf blower, battery powered for snow blowing, battery and charger included, and the total thing costs only $69.99 currently on Amazon. And it looks pretty good. I mean, it has a lot of good reviews, and I thought, yeah, that's looking good. I mean, one of my old blowers had been dying. I mean, actually only the battery, but the battery alone is about $50 or so. I thought, yeah, okay, I have it already since a couple of years, so maybe why not to buy the whole thing at about the same price. And I didn't realize that it's so small. Yeah, this thing, I mean, the box itself is much smaller than everything I have already been buying. I've been buying already a couple of leaf blowers. I have quite some experience with that, and I should be able to tell you what the thing is worth, how good it is, and how powerful. And so usually, I mean, of course, yeah, 20 volts is not so much. I have already 32 volts and two 40 volts blowers, and this is only 20 volts, but we never know. I mean, there is some progress. Maybe with 20 volts we can do a lot. Yeah, here's the thing, maybe some little bit of description here. There's not much. I mean, we have a product number BBT YOR01, and let's see what we get in the box here. Yeah, so here we are. Let's see what we get. Yeah, and everything looks somehow small, but maybe it's not so small. I think it's in 3 pieces, so it's even maybe a little bit larger than what I thought. So here we probably have the battery and charger. Yeah, so here we have everything. It's looking not too bad, but definitely rather on the cheap side. I mean, everything which I see looks really dirt cheap. I mean, when we touch the thing, I don't have the impression that it's going to break really soon, but everything is rather dirt cheap made. You can see all the gaps here. Yeah, there's not much like fine work or so. When you buy something like Ryobi or Works or those brands, when you look at the details, the details, they look definitely different. We can definitely say that, but in general, yeah, the openings, everything, it doesn't have to be really bad. So the good thing is really that we have these 3 parts here, so we can store it in a small place and still have quite a large pipe here, and so it's really easy to mount. And we have to first charge. I mean, this is super lightweight, and yeah, the battery as well. The charge amount, yeah, here we can see probably something. Yeah, the charge 20 volts and it's 2 ampere hours. Yeah, that's definitely not a lot, but we should be able to do something with that. I haven't even checked the runtime, but I'm going to find out after a full charge. Yeah, by the way, here's some paper thing. Activate your VIP customer service now. US phone number, that's not bad. And here even some email, website. Yeah, looks like they don't have their website, so probably they are just using somebody else online support service, but at least there's a possibility to get some support. And here we have the user manual. I'm going to show you that as always. I think it's not too much. There are a couple of pages, but maybe it's useful in case you have some problems, or maybe you just want to make a better buy decision, or you bought used, or you lost your instructions. So here's some safety information. I hope you can see that it's pretty small. So Here more safety things and warnings. Yeah, we don't need that too much. I mean, of course it's always good to read everything, but what we want to see is this thing: machine information, charging time for the 2 amp battery is 60 minutes. Yeah, that's not bad. You can see it has 2 positions, 60 mile and the 130 mile. The total weight is just 1.2 kilograms. That's really, really super low. What's also going to be interesting is the sound level. Some of these leaf blowers have extremely disturbing sound, so you really need earplugs. Some have like moderate sound where you can use it even, yeah, I mean, at your own risk without some ear protection. Yeah, I think the total weight is then probably 1.5 kilogram. That's the lithium-ion battery 0.3 and the device itself 1.2. So we are at 1.5, but it's still a very, very low weight. I mean, this can be definitely an advantage. Some more description. Yes, a little bit of maintenance, but not too much, so I'm going to charge it now. Yeah, what I wanted to show you before we charge it, yeah, there's a button here. You can push this and then you have like a green, yellow and red thing, and the idea is they have different colors and it's just showing you the amount of charge. I think these are every LED represents 33% of charge, so when you have 3 of them like this, it means it's fully charged. It's a little bit weird that we have 3 different colors, but it is as it is. It's easy to push and to check, and here we have the release mechanism. So if you have pushed it into the device and want to release, you have to push and pull, and same thing with the charger. If you want to remove, you have to push this down and then pull it to the back. So the whole thing with the battery is a little bit weird, so I really wanted to show you that. I'm pretty sure that it is like this, but I have to confirm later on. But at least at the moment it looks like it is very easy to put it into the device. So we have this thing rail here and we just push it in and it will snap and lock. You can see we push it down, we can release it easily, so that works pretty good and absolutely as normal. It has just a little bit of a lot of gap, so I would say with higher price devices it feels more secure, but it's no problem. We have the lock here. The really big problem here is the charger. So when you put it, of course you have to put it down, like you have to flip it over and then put it inside, and there's a little bit of resistance here, so I think it's not good yet. So you have to work around a little bit and push it further down, and I think at this position it would be good to charge. So you can see there's still a little bit of a gap here, so you don't have to use this button here, this release button. This is not used while having the battery charged in the cradle. So usually we have this as well when we have it in the charging cradle, so we have same mechanism as in the blower, but here it looks like it's not needed. It would be charging now. The only reason why it's not charging is because the battery is already full, so I really can use it. So I'm going to use it so you can see how good and how long it works, and after that I'm going to double check the charge, but I'm pretty sure after that it will charge. So I'm back here after testing it outside, and also for the final resume. So how has it been doing? So here again we can confirm the old saying, what you pay is what you get, and when you pay a 20 volts blower, then you get a 20 volts blower. It's not comparable to a 32 volts or 40 volts or 60 volts. You can definitely feel the difference. I mean, I've checked, I have bought mine in 2013 I mean, that's a works, and it was not even very expensive. It was a 32. I mean, it is still here. It's working good, holding up good. And the listing says it is 120 miles, 80 cubic feet per minute. This is listed higher. This is actually listed for, I think, 130 miles with 140 cubic feet, but it's not delivering that. It's definitely not delivering that for the works. I mean, it's a main brand. We can be pretty sure that this is accurate. The 120 miles and 80 cubic feet, this is definitely below that and way below what they are saying. It's super weak. I mean, you can do something, you can even do snow blowing if it's very cold. It's ultra light, 1 millimeter of flurries in the driveway. You can use that definitely, but especially when leaves get stuck. I mean, if you have some very few leaves in the driveway or balcony or wherever you are, patio, you can use that. The good thing is, yeah, it's almost the only positive thing. You have 2 speeds, and sometimes low speed is really helpful. So this is not the case with the works. Maybe with the new one they have it. It can be helpful in some areas when you have just limited power. That's really good, has been working, but the quality and the power, I mean also the quality here again, yeah, we can feel that when you are working with this around, you can feel there is a gap here. It's always going left and right. I mean, it's secure, but it's weak, it's wobbling around. And this thing here, I mean, of course you don't have to take it off a lot, but it's difficult. You really have to grab it strong, and so maybe it's even better to just use it like this. I haven't used it like this, but the change, you can see the diameter, it's actually no difference, so there's not much reason why to use it like this. And the run time was 13 minutes, so it is as it came. I mean, the charger didn't give more charge, so I think it was pretty full. Maybe it was not 100% full, maybe just like 89% or so. Maybe we can really get this 15 minutes. For me, it was rather like 30 minutes or so. So let's then take it out and put it here. Yeah, one thing I noticed, here you have the thing where you can check for the power. You can see it's red now. The thing is, when you have it in, you cannot access this thing. That's a little bit bad. With most of the other blowers I have, you can push in the back. This, I don't know if this is like a by error or intentionally done, but it's really bad. You have to take it out to press this button here. So let's check if we can charge it now. Yeah, definitely it looks like it was preventing from charge because it was already full, so there's no problem. And there's definitely no lock. You can see, you can just put it out and just slide it in. There's no lock needed here. The lock only works in the blower itself. So again, back to the listing, $69. I don't know if I can really recommend that. I mean, it is a low price, but the power and the quality is also low. Yeah, maybe for $50 I would recommend to buy. For $69 I would rather recommend to save a little bit of money or take a little bit of extra money and then maybe spend $100, $120 or so on a 32 volts, or go even a little bit higher for 40 volts. It's a huge difference, I can tell you. It's a huge difference. This is really more like a Barbie toy. This is not doing a lot. When you have really straight area, really super flat, light things, yeah, you can work with that, but it's a pain when you really have already been using a stronger one. Now you see this thing here, yeah, it's very, very, very limited, so it's more like a waste of money and time, and I can highly recommend to buy something much better. I have already bought a 40 volt and I was really happy, like for about 5 years now. One of the battery died, but I have been using it a lot and it's super strong, and it's a nice one. I mean, by the way, regarding the noise, that's another thing here on the lowest setting where it's really not having a lot of power. It's super weak. You can blow harder with your mouth, and but then the noise is acceptable. When you're using full power, which is still very weak, then the noise is too much. It's yeah, I would highly recommend to use something for your ears, ear protection. So I have definitely seen stronger one which produce less noise. That's another thing. So at the end, I mean, I will put down the link to the Amazon listing anyway into the description, so you can check it out, do whatever you want, but I highly recommend to buy something which is much better, like the 40 volt, which I have been buying, and I've put down also that one into the description, and so you can check this out as well, and maybe buy then something stronger which is worth the money. And yeah, I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or better solutions or whatever you have, please write everything down into the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.